at this platform of first Alumni Mentorship Congress of 2020. I welcome Dr. Sanjeev Julka with a big round of applause. And Dr. Sanjeev Julka did his BDS and Dr. Julka did his BDS and MDS from King George's Medical University from in 1995 to 2003, and then went to Chandigarh PGI, and after this he went to Australia, and he is doing very well and igniting the flame of the King George's at there. So it's over to Dr. Sanjeev Julka.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Pavitra, for a very thank you very much for the you want me to start with my journey first, and you want me to tell about myself?
Yeah, sure.
You have covered most of it. I finished my graduation and post-graduation from Lucknow in 2003, after which I did my senior residency, and then I left for Chandigarh. I've also worked in CMC for a couple of years, but then I settled down in Chandigarh, started my own practice till 2012 when I moved to.
So what did
during that stay in Chandigarh? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was asking what persuaded you,
or please go ahead.
What made you think that you should change the country? What made you shift to Australia of all the countries? So something, please throw some light on this.
Absolutely. It wasn't a very easy decision, ma'am. It wasn't very easy to leave your own country and then a settled life, a settled practice. But there were a few things that really motivated me. One, the most motivating factor was that during my stay in Chandigarh, I did my MPhil in biotechnology from Punjab University. So I worked on a project with the biotechnology department there. We were working on DNA polymorphisms in oral cancers. And after that MPhil, I was really interested in a PhD. And I wanted to do it from a very good university, which really matters, or where I can really do a good research work. So we contacted the Sydney University. There was only one person who was at that time doing the research in the same. Okay, it's back on. All right.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, audible.
All right. So under his guidance, I started the procedure of, I wrote a paper to him, and then, but it was really very costly affair. To come and do a research work as an overseas student, it was really very taxing, and it was costing a lot. Unless until you have any scholarship, it was really not possible. The only way possible was to get a residency, permanent residency or citizenship. Permanent residency is the first step to go to citizenship. And at that time, when I was applying for that, ADC was the only way to get in. ADC is the Australian Dental Council examinations, and you get a registration after you pass examination. And at that time, dentists were on the SOL list, that is special skill occupation list.
Not now?
If you get a certificate, not anymore, unfortunately, not anymore. It has been taken off from the SOL list, I think, for last 3 years or so. But yeah, that was very helpful for me. Once I got my registration certificate, I gave all my exams when I was in India. I came here for my clinical exam. And then after getting residency, my tuition fee was waived off. And it was like a way where I can earn and learn both. I could practice as a dentist, earn some money, and at the same time, I was doing my part-time PhD in Westmead Hospital. And but just after that, yes, life started. That was actually most motivating factor to move across continents and leave your own place, your settled life, your settled practice.
Yes, that motivation to do quality research took you to that country. So what
And
happened then?
Yes.
Then you uh, did not pursue your research further and shifted to practice, or your research work is still continuing?
Ma'am, unfortunately, I had to let it go. I was a part-time research student. My project that I joined was really very interesting. We were trying to regenerate cardiomyocytes from stem cells that we were extracting from tongue.
okay.
But it needed time. It was very demanding. And being a part-time student, and I had to work part-time to maintain my life and work balance, it was not possible. And finally, I had to choose between one.
Okay.
So yeah,
And by that
I think
time,
that
your practice would also have been established. So that PhD period gave you time to set up your practice.
I actually I established my practice just 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
Earlier, I was just working with the Westmead Hospital. I worked for some time as a clinical tutor, where I was teaching the DMD students. Plus, I was working in a part-time practice that was a corporate practice, plus freelancing here and there.
Okay.
So how difficult was the licensing examination there?
Ma'am, licensing examination is pretty tough. At my time, when I gave my examinations, you start with basic procedure. That was your, you need to get your degree assessed. Once that is assessed, then you can give your English examination, then part one, which is theory. These things can be done from India. You don't have to come here.
No, there's a conflict somewhere, like in US, people ask for TOEFL, and rest of the world, like UK and Australia, I think it is IELTS.
Yes, now Australia has started accepting IELTS general. Earlier it was EOT, I believe, yes, OET, Occupational English Test. So the Australian Dental Council used to conduct that English test.
Okay.
This now also they accept both OET and IELTS. They can accept both, but earlier it was just OET. Then you had, after you've passed all the exams, you can come to Australia for your clinical exam, because the clinical exam was held in Australia.
Okay. And
It was pretty tough. Like it's a 6-day exam.
Okay, 6 days.
With two sessions, morning and evening session.
Okay.
6-day exam, but 1 day rest. So there was a rest day in between, basically 5 days.
Clinical examination of all these specialities, or particularly, especially the general dentistry, or depends?
It was a general dental examination as a general dentist, but it included all the specialties. You had to like do a patient, you have to do a clean, you have to do charting. Then there was a viva on each task. Then you have to do an endo exercise, cavity cutting, restoration, bridge cutting, even oral radiology and oral pathology, and then an extraction.
It's a type of final year examination.
For your general practice, whatever is required was tested.
Whatever is required. Look, ultimately they were giving you a license to start practicing straight away. So they had to test you that you are good enough to work.
What is the examination fee like for the licensing exam? Is it much?
Ma'am, it was around, I think around 4.5 grand at that time, 4.5 thousand Australian dollars. Plus you need a lot of stuff to practice as well. And then another thing is that you have to come here to give the exams.
And stay there. So everything is
stay there. Everything is on you. Yes, it increases the cost ultimately.
But there are often on, means if you are really interested in going to that particular country, suppose Australia, then you can look at various research grants which are available for different countries, which are published from time to time. by different funding agencies in India. I think that
Ma'am,
time you didn't know about it.
no, I knew about it. I met with Dr. Sabharwal also once. He was in AIMS. Sorry. Um, but yes, I don't know how the fundings work in India. I really don't know. I haven't seen anybody getting a funding yet. That they get a funding to do a research overseas. And as an overseas student, the semester fee is $40,000. I don't think
Similarly,
any
in
funding would be sufficient enough.
US also a semester fee is 55,000 US dollars. So
Yes,
equally expensive.
quite
ma'am,
expensive.
Australian dollar is slightly less than
Yes, that's what.
1.5.
But then cost of living in Australia is much more than what it is in US.
In US, yes, as compared to US or Canada, cost of living is much higher.
Mm.
So ultimately, it's
So,
good.
so it's Dr. Sanjeev, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
So what do you think it's that it's today, it's 2020. How many possibilities do you observe for Indian medical graduates in US, in Australia?
Look, the opportunities are abundant, to be honest.
Sure.
It's a vast country and they need people, good practitioners.
Mm.
But yes, we need a right kind of training. I've seen over the years many students coming over here, not from particularly our university or our college,
Mm.
but from other places also. They come here and then they start preparing here. I I would suggest not to do that. Prepare
Okay.
in India where you can really live comfortably in your comfortable environment. Prepare there, come here for exam. Now the format has changed totally. It's not how I gave my exam. The
Sure.
format has totally changed. But all the information is available on the website. You can get good guidance. Now I even know that there are institutes in India which give you coaching
Mm.
for
Yes.
such exams. And then, yes, after you pass exam, then it's easy to come here to work.
Sure.
And
And what are the
as
what
we
are
were
the
told, there are two countries which are very welcoming to Indian professionals. One is Australia and one is Canada. Is the scenario similar even now, or it has changed?
Ma'am, it might have changed a little in Australia. In dentistry, I know now that they have taken it out of SOL, so obviously they don't need much dentists here. Population is very little, and they have dentists all over. Especially in this state where I live, NSW, we've got a lot of dentists, but still there are opportunities. I would say there are different areas of work here. You can work in public sector, you can work in a private sector. There are corporate practices where you can work. You can start your own practice later.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, Pavit, you were saying something. Sorry, I
no,
interrupted you.
not no, not at all, ma'am. But Dr. Sanjeev, what are the common problems in the routine dental practice at your place?
Uh,
Specific or
not
not? Not no.
There are no specific problems. It depends on your kind of practice. Like,
Sure.
look, being a postgraduate and worked for many years in India, well, like, to be honest, touch wood, I haven't faced any of such problems here. But
Hmm.
one thing that I always struggle is the notes. Clinical records is a big headache here.
Sure.
I finished my work today at around 8:30 and it's 10:30 and I was still doing my notes.
Oh.
And the
Legal.
Notes are really important.
communication to the patient and the legalities.
There are, ma'am, there are legalities involved, and communication, telling the patient everything beforehand is very important, and it's taken very seriously. But once you get trained in such fashion, it becomes your routine. You know how to do it, and you have to tell a patient everything. Usually, a simple filling procedure takes us around 40-45 minutes because first 15 minutes are spent on how we are going to do it, what you are going to feel, and what are the steps, and what are the repercussions, what might happen, what might not happen, all of it.
Yeah.
So providing information is very critical here.
Sure.
So
I'm observing too many periodontists at this time, at this forum. Dr. Jeevannath Shukla is here, and Dr. Suleiman is also there, your juniors. And Dr. Shukla, would you like to say something or would like to ask anything to Dr. Julka?
you are muted, you have to unmute yourself.
He will probably send me a personal message later.
No doubt you will get. Lot of things have to be asked. Hi, Julka.
How are
It's
you?
nice to see you. And after such a long period of time, we are meeting, and it's obviously we missed you a lot in our this last
Yes,
when
the
we
Silver Jubilee meet. I missed it.
Silver Jubilee meet.
Yes.
Yes, and it was too good, but the special ingredient was missing, no doubt.
No, I missed it equally. I
Okay.
wasn't able to come,
Rajiv, I had
but
one more
yes, I
question.
missed it.
I had
My
one more
simple
question.
question.
Uh,
Yeah.
Regarding
Yeah, ma'am.
maxillofacial surgery, if you have any idea, in Australia, are the people doubly qualified or singly qualified? I have no idea.
Ma'am, they're doubly qualified actually. And Rahul Jairam Boss, if you remember him, he was here a few years ago for kind of traineeship. It's just like UK. You have to do MBBS first, and then you can go to Max Fax. But maxillofacial surgery is a different ball game here. Absolutely different.
We have a student coordinator also, Akansha. Akansha, can we have you if you have any question?
Ma'am, there's no question.
Okay, so that's fine. So how is your setup? You own a chain of clinic or a single clinic, and how far means how do you deal with the different other clinics? You go for certain procedures to other clinics as well, or you call others to your clinic? How do you manage your clinic?
Ma'am, at the moment, it's just one clinic. I have a two-chair clinic. I have stopped going to any other place for last now 4 months. I was visiting different places for implants and for ortho both. Um, in my clinic, we usually call an oral surgeon. So here, oral surgery and craniomaxillofacial surgery are different branches. And the oral surgeon comes, but before rest of the specialist work, we send them out.
Yeah, I think oral surgeon would be singly qualified person, and craniomaxillofacially would be surgeon would be doubly qualified.
Yes.
So that's the way UK also differentiate between the two. So singly qualified.
Yes,
is
but the
oral.
oral surgeon can only do small surgical procedures
Small
like wisdom
surgery.
teeth or other things. Yeah.
Okay. And what else?
So,
Ask, I
Julka,
don't know.
Julka, what the benefit of doing MDS here and then go there, or you will start directly just from after doing BDS, you just go to the Australia directly? Is it possible?
Look, if somebody has decided that he or she needs to settle down outside or like outside India to any other foreign land, then it is always better to just leave after graduation.
Okay, so you will
Okay,
save some time.
because you will
But
save a
then-
lot of time, you will save a lot of energy.
But then
Okay.
maybe the licensing examination is much easier. You feel it's easier after your PG than you.
No, ma'am, you really have to prepare again anyways.
Okay.
After your PG, you become so focused on one particular, aspect of dentistry that you really forget about rest. And then you have to prepare again as a general dentist. But yes, if somebody wants to go, then the best time is after completing your graduation.
Okay.
And what about the pedodontist? As a pedodontist?
As a pedodontist, you are master of all. You can do much better than others.
Much better than, no, I cannot say. Divya ma'am is there, and so even Pavit will
Like
also
I'm
interfere.
that's regarding general dental work, I'm saying.
Okay, okay, okay. Now it's okay.
It's a type of a general dentistry. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt. For gender practice point of view,
New South Wales is
periodontia has
very famous
become.
for its oral cancer work. Much research work.
They have amazing hospital, ma'am. Amazing Prince Charles Hospital here, and they are doing amazing work, like reconstruction of the whole face, and they've taken it to a very different level.
Yeah. The first phase reconstructed was in France, but then most of the continents are doing it now. So, yes,
Yes.
that's the very new thing which is being taken up at different centers. Would you like to tell us
Yes.
something about your research work you did in Chandigarh and then followed in Australia? Some it may inspire us students to do some similar sort of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm really passionate about my research work. So when I came here, my main research topic was to regenerate a tooth. But at that point of time, people were already regenerating the tooth structure, like they were making enamel, but were not able to give it a proper shape. Like the scaffold was there, but yes, it cannot be given a shape of a tooth. But when I joined, my chief supervisor, she was working on the stem cells to regenerate cardiomyocytes, and they were taking stem cells from oral tissues. Now, there's a very interesting aspect of embryology that the head and the heart, they start developing at the same time. So the cells that are responsible for leading to cardiomyocytes and the cells that can give rise to oral facial tissues, especially tongue. Tongue is a specialized organ like heart. They have basically a same lineage, which is controlled by a gene called NKX 2.5. So we were working on NKX 2.5. We were trying to target and find out cells which have lineage from that gene, and then trying to extract those stem cells from tongue and then giving them environment to turn into a cardiomyocyte.
What was the difference? What was the difference in quality of research at Chandigarh and at this research lab? On a scale of 100.
There's no comparison. I should not say anything because both are my alma maters, but there is no comparison. The research facility in Sydney University, and especially in Westmead Hospital where I was working, was like way advanced than Chandigarh. In Chandigarh, we were still involved with DNA polymorphisms, and when I started my research here, we were working on genetics, genes, and even further micro levels where you can actually work on where the actually molecules work, how one gene is activated and then deactivated. So that the level was very different.
Yeah. We can
But
understand
it's
by the quality of
really a
research
good place
papers
to do research.
coming from those centers. Actually, I think the delay or the why India is quite not doing much in research is because the infrastructure for research is not available, and by the time the infrastructure is ready, so then the students or the training. So first thing is infrastructure, then the training. So by the time this is set up, a generation is behind that. So we are almost 2 generations behind the research quality or research work being carried out in developed countries.
I think, ma'am, the situation must be improving in India. It's totally different here. We are, of course, a bit behind in India, but there need to be like a lot of things need to be changed, not just infrastructure, even the outlook of supervisors need to be changed. Like my supervisor in 2 years never contacted me. She didn't even ask me what I'm doing. I was given a target. I had to meet that target. I had to generate my own resources. If I asked her something, it was never denied. Okay, you want this, take it. But yes, just give me results. Don't come crying to me that I'm not able to do this. Generate your resources, do it.
But I think it's a research is a different entity, and it's a different scenario. A clinician should be different and a researcher should be different. It's
So
my
it-
personal opinion.
So
But-
I visited one university in Canada, McGill University. So they were academic so the dentists were academic positions and they were research positions. So both were separate. So the one who is teaching is just teaching. The one who is in research is just in research. There was nothing like merger of both the things. That you have to be academician, you have to be researcher, you have to be practitioner. So all three in one is not required actually.
This should be the criteria.
Like it's same here as well, but there is no barring. Like if a researcher wants to practice and he holds or she holds a valid license to practice, they can practice. Like they can work as a part-time researcher and part-time clinicians.
Yeah.
But when they do research, they're only researchers. Then they're not thinking about anything else.
I think there are only 4 students and rest of us are our team only. So we should ask the students to leave and let us talk now. Ankit, Nikhil,
Sure, but-
Akansha, Angela.
Angela,
Yeah. If you are done, you may leave.
would you like to ask
We will
anything?
continue.
Angela?
If there are any questions, you can ask Dr. Sanjeev. Otherwise,
Dr. Rajesh Jingran has also joined.
that's what I saw.
Even clinical training is very different here, ma'am. I was involved for very little time, but in Sydney Uni, they run a course which is called DMD. It's not BDS anymore. So it's kind of postgraduate course straight away, and you need to have a graduation degree before you join DMD. So they take only people who have understood that yes, I want to be a dentist, and I want to work in this field. And their clinical training is absolutely different. Most of the teaching is PBL based. It is called problem based learning. And it's really good. Very different from how we were trained.
चलो सुलेमान, राजेश, जिंगरन, रिचा, सब लोग अपनी वीडियो ऑन कर लो. Let's chat.
वापस जॉर्जियन ग्रुप पे आ
Meeting is over.
जाओ.
Suleiman,
Hi, boss. Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
क्या
hello.
है सुलेमान?
बस बस बढ़िया है. I'm fine. How are you?
संजीव
Good,
तुम्हारा
good.
सर्टिफिकेट
तुम
दे दूं और तुम्हें फिर उसके बाद हम लोग बात करते हैं, है ना?
कोई बात नहीं.
जी जी मैम.
ठीक है.
So, official,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
yeah. भेज देंगे तुम्हें, व्हाट्सएप कर देंगे.
ठीक है, बढ़िया. तब तो सेव हो जाएगा.
हाँ. चलो. Now we are free to talk.
हाँ.
Angela, if you want to, हाँ चलिए. Angela, you may leave.
तो आप सब लोग अभी ऑफिस में ही हैं?
नहीं, घर आ गए.
नहीं, हम भी घर पे हैं. और
वेरी गुड.
मैम पहले संजीव को एक टोकन ऑफ अप्रिशिएशन, सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ अप्रिशिएशन प्रेजेंट कर दिया जाए.
कर तो दिया अभी.
मैम ने अभी
वो
सर्टिफिकेट
हो
दे
गया.
दिया मुझे.
वो
I lost
बीच
the
में तुम
connection.
गायब थे.
अच्छा.
बीच में
I lost the connection.
नहीं नहीं, वो हो गया. हो
Oh,
गया.
sorry.
हो गया भाई,
फोटो
थोड़ा
लेते
सा
हैं.
देर हो
नहीं,
गई.
जब-
क्या अपनी फोटो ऑन कर लो.
बीच में जब आप बाहर थे वो
मैं रास्ते में हूँ.
घूम रहे थे.
लेती हूँ.
आपका इतना काफी है.
मोबाइल मोबाइल
Richa
मोबाइल
is on
के
the way.
रख के उसके बाद बाहर चले गए थे. उस समय दे दिया.
नहीं नहीं नहीं. ऐसा नहीं.
चलो
Hi,
सब लोग
Richa, how are
करो,
you?
एक फोटो ले लें.
My photo is-
चल.
ऋचा तो कहीं रास्ते पे लग रही है।
हाँ, घर जा रही है।
अच्छा।
IT से इंचार्ज।
रेखा नई IT हेड हो गई है किंग जॉर्ज मेडिकल यूनिवर्सिटी की।
हाँ,
Very good. Very
अच्छा
good. Congratulations,
वेरी गुड
Richa.
कांग्रेचुलेशन
It's a really big post.
बहुत
IT
क्या?
head है।
बहुत
आईटी हेड ये आईटी हेड मतलब इनकम टैक्स हेड तो नहीं हो गया वरना तो सब भागेंगे ऋचा को देख देख के कि भैया आ
income
गए।
वो जा रही क्या?
हेलो सर, राजेश बॉस नमस्कार।
हेलो हेलो जीवेंद्र,
यस सर
हाउ आर यू?
Indian
बहुत
boss
अच्छा
कैसे
लगा
हैं?
आपको देख के, बहुत दिन बाद
हेलो।
देखा। हाँ,
बहुत दिन बाद दिखे यार तुम।
कैसे हो बॉस?
बस बढ़िया यार। संजीव कैसा है तू?
बहुत बढ़िया, फर्स्ट क्लास बॉस। आप सुनाइए कैसा चल रहा है?
बस यार चल रहा है, बस लेजी लैड्स में जुड़े हैं हम लोग।
हाँ, वहां तो जुड़े ही हुए हैं।
और बता कैसा चल रहा है मेलबर्न में?
सिडनी में बॉस, सिडनी अच्छा चल रहा है।
तू सिडनी में है?
मैं सिडनी में हूँ, हाँ जी।
ओके ओके, मैं मेलबर्न समझ रहा था।
नहीं बॉस, सिडनी। मेलबर्न ज्यादा दूर नहीं है।
चलिए वहां से आप मेलबर्न तक पहुंच जाइए, ये बाकी काम इसका
ये
है।
आ जाएंगे ये मेलबोर्न में आ जाएंगे जुल्का बॉस।
और रहमान
बॉस
क्या हाल चाल?
बिल्कुल चेंज
फिर
नहीं हुए हैं, आप
संजीव,
एकदम वैसे ही हैं।
फिर ले रहे हो, फिर की ले रहे हो तुम
यार
बॉस की?
मास्क
संजीव।
लगा लिया तुमने।